It's been a long while, Morgoth. Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more. Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
The first rule of the ninja is to win without fighting. You must throw away your bad habits to get good. Your life is a lie, your future, so practice well. Move with your feet, and the hands will follow. You are not just fighting one opponent, you are fighting the unknown. Endure to the end, no matter what happens, despite being prepared for death at any time. The spirit of the ninja is an art in which you must show nothing, allow nothing to be heard, and nothing to be seen. You are calm but alert, relaxed but ready, smooth but sharp, humble but confident. Forget your sadness, your anger, grudges, and hatred. Let them pass like smoke caught in a breeze. Do not indulge yourself in such feelings. Your enemy will have unnatural movement. Therefore, you'll be able to know what he is doing before he does it. From now on, you must strive to cut out unnecessary movement. Waste in movement is wrong, and it will get you killed. Learning a technique is not to an end in itself. It merely indicates where you need to start. Everything is basics. You must look beyond the wound to win the fight. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. It is important to practice your movement in the minimum necessary to complete its task. Always observe your opponent very carefully. You need to use the first seconds of every encounter to evaluate the length of their blade. Breathe life into the weapon. Don't take life away from it. Keep walking, because walking is life. Those who desire only technique will never understand the art. It's everything beyond that. Focus on infinite purpose. You've got to learn to utilize the space between you and your opponent. Distancing is very important. You will win the war without when you win the war within. The ninja must be focused. The ninja must be relentless. The ninja must be equipped. The ninja must endure.
The courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future. We must all ask ourselves when to exercise those things that are within our power, and when not to. To take the crown, the role, the duty. It is the most difficult path. It must, in time, become the only path. A lot of people want the crown, but they're not willing to fight for it. There is a limit to what one can do if people are themselves limited. Sometimes you don't know how you feel about something until you nearly have it taken away. No one knows who they truly are until their life is threatened or they're given power. It is spirit that defines us, and you will learn very early on that it is wise not to take anything for granted. We must wake ourselves up, or somebody else will take our place and bear our cross, and thereby rob us of our crown. Self-pity won't get you very far. You just have to get on with it. Cowards falter, but danger is often overcome by those who nobly dare. It is better to be patient and get what you desire in the right time than have power thrust upon you when you are not ready. It is more honorable to be raised to a throne than to be born to one. Fortune bestows the one, merit obtains the other. Anywhere you see suffering, it is where you want to be, doing what you can. Grief never ends, but it changes. It is the passage, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness, nor a lack of faith. It is the price of love. You survived what you thought would break you. Now, move forward. The crown has landed on your head. Courage is your crown, and it can be used to build your kingdom. Those with the crown do not beg. They have a destiny, a glory to chase. Look forward, or else the crown will fall. Reign and rule. Refuse to beg. In the long reeds of difficulty and pain, that's where you will find what you desire. The fact is, You must carry the weight. The crown must win. It must always win.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Siraj. I've given thee courtesy enough. Now I fight as Horaloo.
Rule your mind, or it will rule you. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. The point is that once you know what you want, you must be prepared to sacrifice everything to get it. Move in silence. Only speak when it's time to say checkmate. A fool is happy when his cravings are satisfied. A warrior is happy without reason. The fool lives to consume all they can take from the world. The wise live to create a better world. Control your anger. If you have anger towards others, they control you. Life can sometimes get the best of you, but your state of mind determines your outcome. And though the warrior's sun has set, its light shall linger around us yet. Bright, radiant, blessed. Never confuse a single defeat with the final defeat. The approach to combat and everyday life should be the same. Warrior spirit never dies. Warriors are not the ones who always win, but the ones who always fight. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. If your enemy is quick to anger, seek to irritate him. Every battle is won before it is fought. All that is behind you was in preparation for all that is yet before you. Embrace the struggle and let it make you stronger. The people who consider you weak have not yet noticed the wolf hiding behind your eyes, nor the flame inside your soul. Let them think you are weak. Surprise them when they least expect it. No one has a right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Don't be afraid of being outnumbered. A lion walks alone while the sheep flock together. We fall, we break, we fail. But then, we rise, we heal, we overcome. Nobody is born a warrior. You choose to be one when you refuse to stay seated. You choose to be one when you refuse to back down. You choose to be one when you stand up after getting knocked down. You choose to be one because if not you, who? To win any battle, you must fight as if you are already dead. There's nothing more powerful than a humble person with a warrior spirit, who is driven by a bigger purpose. A warrior is the guardian of the ways of honor and courage. But if you choose the way of the warrior, living a life of service, it will demand of you the best you have. You may not need to be great, but the world needs your greatness. Every warrior must learn the simple truth that pain is inevitable and suffering is optional. Time is the greatest of all warriors. What it doesn't destroy, it alters beyond recognition. A warrior is worthless unless he rises above others and stands strong in the midst of a storm. A warrior has to believe. Otherwise, he cannot activate his intent positively.
Tarnished.
It's not over when you lose. It's over when you quit.
You are a garden entwined with all. You are the silence on sacred shores. You've got diamonds for teeth, my love. So take a bite of me just once. I want to turn the page once an offering in your favor, a sacrifice in your name, but I know you've got to say so. Just take a bite of me. Turn the page once again. Take a bite.
Welcome to the clan, fellow Shadow. Since you're new, I'll bring you up to speed. We are known as the Fatal Shadows, and we reside in the Land of Shadows. To most, we would be viewed as a dishonourable group who operates with evil intentions. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Our purpose is to maintain order and restore balance to all of the land. We defend those who cannot defend themselves. But this isn't the first time that we are operating. You may have heard of the Land of Reeds. It's located outside the borders of the lands between and is a place locked in a long and miserable civil war, which over time has caused its alienation from neighbouring nations and left the entire land succumbed to a blood-soaked madness. The reality is, we were behind this disorder. The civil war was between forces of the ruling shogunate and a coalition seeking to seize political power in the name of the imperial court. The war stemmed from dissatisfaction among many nobles and young samurai with the shogunate's handling of the Golden Order, increasing the influence of the Golden Order into their culture, which led to a decline in living conditions for the people of the lands of Reeds. If we didn't step in when we did, the Golden Order would have gained another empire under their ranks. More recently, there was the war between the Golden Order and the Carian Royals. With the current ranks of the Carian Royals being in shambles, there aren't many left who can oppose the Golden Order, their false goddess, and the Two Fingers. Not many, except for us. Many tarnished will view us as an injustice, trying to oppose our efforts in ignorance. These tarnished do not realize that they are mere pawns being used by the false goddess of the Golden Order and the will of the Two Fingers. Neither are good. They even operate as host of fingers without truly understanding what it is that they are involved in, falling right into the hand of the Two Fingers. No tarnished shall inherit the throne. The lands between cannot survive another Elden Lord, or another consort under a false god. Who knows what evil could be unleashed in our world from the wrong individual occupying the throne? If you decide to accept this covenant of shadows, your path will not be an easy one. The ninja is a thinking type of warrior class. It differs from all the others. You have to outsmart your targets, instead of overpowering them with raw strength. As the saying goes, there is always someone out there better than you. We take this to heart. Never underestimate your target, and treat them as if they could possibly be more skilled than you at any time. This is why we do not attack our targets head on. This way we have a greater rate of success and have a better chance of making it back home. As a shadow, you will be inheriting all of the success and hardship of Sensei and the clan. As of now, there are several warriors that serve as blue hunters and allies to hosts of fingers. They are actively hunting us as a whole. They think they are trying to rid the lands of a new breed of evil. They are some of the top knights, samurai, and other warrior types, so you will have to be careful during your assignments. Speaking of which, let's go over some of the situations where Sensei had to take on these warriors. Always remember, each kill has an emotion. It is your responsibility not to be overcome by these emotions. Let's begin. The last we heard of Sensei, he was supposedly taking on a high-level assignment. Someone very powerful was heading straight to the throne, wanting to be Elden Lord. We were instructed not to take the assignment and that he would handle it himself. He hasn't been heard from since. Rumours are going around that Sensei may have met a grim end. If this is true, where one shadow falls, other shadows will rise. I don't want you to worry. I'm sure you've had a long travel just to get here and you're probably tired. Be sure to head to the bathhouse. After that, go see the seamstress. She will get you acquainted to our different uniforms and which units in the clan those uniforms represent. Don't forget, we have training and lecture in the morning, so get your rest. Shadows be with you.
Hey, could you be any louder? You're going to wake her. Too late. For your sake, I hope you're a lot quieter on the battlefield, Shadow. I haven't seen you around here before. By the way you move, I can tell you're new. So, what have you been told so far about the clan? Okay, so you've gotten the introduction to the clan and why we will be operating in the lands between. Seems like you haven't been told about the two categories of ninja within the clan. That would be our spy ninja and our ninja assassins. When ninja join our ranks and are new, whether male or female, they usually start out as a spy ninja. Spy ninja operate with indirect methods and hone their skills in trickery, deception, and intelligence gathering on targets. Most start out here because they currently lack the skills to eliminate their targets. So, let's say there's a host of fingers and they are with a full party. They're waiting to lure an invader into an unfair fight. Our spy ninja may try to poison and damage them as much as possible, causing that party to waste potions and other items in their inventory. After that, the spy ninja will retreat, come back to the clan, and post that party's location on our notification board under Gank Watch. Our ninja assassins will then descend upon that location until that target has been eliminated, and then report the kill back to the clan. So, you probably figured out by now that our ninja assassins are our skilled killers in the clan. Ninja assassins go through vigorous physical training to prepare for the unknown threats that they may face, and it physically shows in their physique. Whereas our spy ninja have a much softer look due to a different path in training. Don't think that our assassin ninja are more important. Spy ninja can be just as deadly indirectly. Another method our spy ninja use is posing as a blue hunter. When they do this, they take up space in the host of fingers party. The host gets invaded by one of our assassin ninja, and our spy ninja will sit back and enjoy the show, preventing any other extra hunters from joining the battle. On the battlefield, we are not permitted to attack each other. If you are ever out on an assignment and you get attacked and pursued by someone that appears to be ninja, know that they are an imposter and defend yourself. Always watch your back and trust nothing. Let's go over the 5 tenets of the Fatal Shadows. Tenet 1. Never dishonor the Fatal Shadows. To do so will invoke the wrath of shadows. Tenet 2. Never betray the Fatal Shadows or its secrets. To do so will invoke the wrath of shadows. Tenet 3. Never attack a fellow invader unless in self-defense. To do so will invoke the wrath of shadows. Tenet 4. Never disobey an order from the clan leader. To do so will invoke the wrath of shadows. Tenet 5. Never kill a brother or sister in shadow. To do so will invoke the wrath of shadows. Make those your creed, and the shadows will keep you safe. I've talked your head off long enough. We're heading to bed. Good luck with the seamstress, and whatever you do, don't try to remove her hood or reveal her face, not unless you want to lose a hand. She's lethal. Her skills rival that of Sensei's, and she has defeated several of our ninja in combat. So be respectful. Shadows be with you. Really? Here? Damn, girl. Let's get out of here.
Welcome to the family initiate. I am the one that they refer to as the seamstress. Sensei informed me on your arrival and tasked me with getting you fitted for your new wardrobe. Now, be still as I take your measurements. Good. I see. I've got what I need. You may think of armor sets as mere clothing, but I assure you that is far from the truth. In the hands of a ninja, anything can be a tool used as an instrument of death. That includes clothing, but maybe not in the way that you think. Clothing not only offers levels of protection, but if matched right, can aid as camouflage with the terrain around you. I have seen many tarnished out there, trying to be wannabe ninja. What an absolute disgrace. Clothing is art. The type of art that they clearly do not understand. They look like they picked their clothing from a pile of hand-me-downs and got dressed in a dark cave. Complete amateurs. But you won't have to worry about any of that. Sensei has already laid the groundwork for me. I have studied his methods very closely and designed different armor sets that support different styles. We have 7 different units in the Fatal Shadows. No unit is better than the other, nor are they more important. In the clan, you are all equal. The purpose of units is to group all of you based on your methods. Your methods will decide what unit you fall under and the look that you will be using during your missions. Methods are always changing, so if you decide to switch between uniforms, that is fully up to you. Just make sure that your loadout weight is lightweight. Ninja are not permitted to be over lightweight. Going over this weight limit can drastically reduce your chances of escape when caught, which will prove fatal. When out on an assignment, you may run into a fellow clan member. If you didn't know, once on a mission we do not speak, we communicate in other ways without words. One of those ways is by sight. So imagine that you are on a kill assignment. Your target is a tarnished operating as a host of fingers. You notice that there is another clan member that is also present. With one look, you can tell what unit they belong to and what their fighting methods will be like, and then operate from there. Same will go for your fellow clan member when they take one look at you. Because of this, our uniforms are mandatory and must be worn without change. If a member is caught out of regulations, they themselves have dishonored the clan and will be looked at as a possible spy trying to infiltrate our ranks. Ninja are not permitted to take on assignments until they have their proper uniforms, are the proper levels, and have identified as either ninja or shinobi. Personal names are not permitted either. You are all one and a part of the same shadow. This is for your safety and success. Always remember, you represent the clan, and the clan represents you. So much can be done with clothing, and I look forward to seeing your performance and success. Clothing is where I find my peace. Let us now go over our units. Up first, we have the ninja. This armor set is well-rounded, providing decent physical protection and movability. The grey fabric used here helps our members hide amongst most terrain, causing targets to easily overlook our ninja, leaving the target open for a fatal blow. It also blends well when using the forbidden technique. Next are the Black Whispers. This unit have abandoned their needs for physical protection, allowing them to operate with heavier loadouts while staying lightweight. The dark cloth used here blends the best with the forbidden technique, making our ninja virtually invisible when in dark places while using the forbidden technique. Members that go this route are highly advised to put forth the extra training. You will not have any physical protection to cover your mistakes while out in the field. Here we have the Dust Dwellers. These ninja have soaked and cover their garments with mud, dirt, and wet sand, allowing the filth of the terrain to fuse with the fabrics. The Dust Dwellers can practically hide almost anywhere with how well their filth-covered robes become one with nature. But this comes at a cost. Due to all of the filth that has fused with their robes, the entirety of the fabrics weighs a lot more than one would expect. It is actually the heaviest armor set of them all. Dust Dwellers have an extremely light inventory due to the massive weight of their dirtied robes, so that they can remain lightweight. Now we have the Shinobi. Just like the ninja, this armor set is well-rounded as well, providing decent physical protection and movability. But unlike the ninja armor set, the Shinobi armor set does not do well with blending in with most terrain. However, it does excel when hiding in darkness, such as dark corners, rooms, and caves. Targets foolish enough to go into dark areas should already consider themselves dead when facing the Shinobi. Next up are the armored Shinobi. This armored set has all of the strengths of the previous Shinobi set, and then some. Just like the Shinobi, the armored Shinobi does well hiding in darkness as well. The extra armor supports ninja that get in close and utilize endure when caught, giving them the edge in battle so that they can bait their targets into a lifesteal fist. Even though this armor set has extra armor, it does not mean that you can withstand damaging hits from multiple targets for an extended period of time. Always operate with caution. The main drawback from this set is its weight. Armored Shinobi utilize a light kit to stay under the weight requirements. Hidden further in the darkness are the creeping shadows. These ninja have mastered the art of stealth. Just like the Black Whispers, the creeping shadows fulfill their assignments without armor for physical protection. The long, shredded dark fabric aids them in merging with bushes, plants, shrubberies, and the shadows themselves. Creeping shadows always operate from the enemy's back line. Taking on targets from the front can prove fatal for a creeping shadow, so they approach their targets wisely. Last are the Nightshade. The Nightshade armor set are for the Shinobi that want to take the Shinobi look a little further. The Nightshade armor set is accompanied with a long, dark brown flowing robe. This look not only works best in the dark, but also when in areas that aren't completely dark and poorly lit. So, when operating in lit castles or other poorly lit indoor areas, this look may aid you better, giving you an extra advantage against your targets. Keep in mind, all uniforms are unisex and can be worn by both male and female shadows. For our female shadows, they are allowed to wear the bandit mask with all uniforms if they feel the need to expose their hair or wear it down. When you see some of our female shadows, you will see why we have our uniforms designed for both male and female. Some of our female shadows have a very solid and strong stature, so they definitely fill out the rest of their uniforms and can use the extra space. It's getting late, and you have a long journey ahead. Your brothers and sisters in shadow have prepared an empty bed for you. We will see each other soon. Walk in shadows. Move in silence. Shadows be with you.
Shadow, wake up! Oh, I didn't know that you weren't dressed. You overslept. Sorry about that. Sometimes clan members purposely let our new members oversleep so that they get scolded by our instructors. It's their devious way of welcoming new shadows to the clan. If we're quick, we'll definitely make it in time. You missed breakfast, so I picked some up for you and left it by your door. You'll have to eat it on the way. I also picked up your newly sewn robes from the seamstress. When we get there, remember to relax. Our instructors can be harsh, but that's only because they want the best for us. It's their way of showing that the battlefield will be harsher. Okay, are you all set? Let's go.
You think you want success, but you don't even understand what it demands. Most people live in illusions of effort. They confuse activity with progress, motion with direction. They fill their days with meaningless tasks, then wonder why nothing changes. You don't lack time. You lack clarity. And clarity is born only when you strip away lies and face the emptiness of what you've truly accomplished. You want strength, yet you cling to comfort. You claim you're willing to suffer, but the moment pain whispers, you run. Look at yourself. Search for the truth you keep avoiding. You chase comfort because it's easy, but comfort is the slowest form of death. It kills silently, robbing you of urgency, stripping away your edge, dulling your hunger. By the time you realize what it's done, it's too late. So kill comfort before it kills you. Strength is not measured in how loud you are when you win. It's measured in how silent you remain while you suffer. The ability to endure quietly, to keep moving without applause, is what separates those who rise from those who collapse at the first sign of resistance. Weakness thrives in shadows. You hide your flaws, thinking they make you safe, when in reality they are chains keeping you where you are. The only way forward is exposure, dragging your weaknesses into the light, dissecting them without mercy, and rebuilding yourself into something unrecognizable to who you are today. You cannot conquer what you refuse to confront. Running from fear only feeds it. Every step you take away from the challenge multiplies its power over you. But the moment you step toward it, the illusion crumbles. Fear is fragile. Once faced, it cannot survive. You fear failure because you think it defines you. It doesn't. Failure is data, nothing more. What defines you is what you do with it. Learn, adapt, strike again. If you are unwilling to fail, you are unfit to win. How many times have you lied, not to others, but to your own reflection? You tell yourself you're trying. You tell yourself you're giving your best. But if that were true, you wouldn't need excuses. Let me remind you, life does not care about your feelings, your background, or your fragile pride. Fairness is a concept created by the powerless. If you wait for life to treat you fairly, you will die waiting. You've been taught to seek balance, to search for moderation, but balance is another word for stagnation. The world does not reward those who move carefully. It rewards those who move decisively. Extremes build empires. Half measures build graves. Moderation is the philosophy of the mediocre. It teaches you to settle, to compromise, to dilute your ambition until it no longer threatens anyone. But history was never written by the balanced. It was carved by those who embraced extremes, no matter the cost. Strength is not given, it is seized. Respect is not granted, it is demanded. And survival is not guaranteed, it is earned, day by day, through the decisions you make when no one is there to witness them. The world rewards one thing: results. If you can't produce them, you're irrelevant. That's the reality. Harsh, yes. But reality doesn't soften itself for the weak. While you sleep, someone else is sharpening their mind. While you complain, someone else is learning to endure. And when the time comes, when it matters most, who do you think will stand on top? It won't be you, unless you change. Understand this. Talent is overrated. Discipline devours talent. Endurance annihilates talent. Focus destroys talent. The strongest are rarely the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to stop when every part of their body screams to quit. That is the difference between potential and reality. If talent was everything, the gifted would already rule the world. They don't. Why? Because talent without consistency is wasted. Talent without resilience is fragile. Talent without obsession collapses under pressure. What matters isn't what you were given, it's what you demand from yourself every single day. So here's the truth you keep avoiding. You already have what you need: discipline, focus, willpower. They aren't gifts, they're choices. Choices you refuse to make every day. Excuses are the language of the defeated. Every time you say "I can't," what you mean is "I won't." You give power to obstacles by accepting them. Stop giving them oxygen. Starve them with action. Crush them with movement. Excuses will die the moment you outwork them. But understand this: every second you waste, every moment you surrender to laziness, you are handing your future to someone else. You're building their victory with your weakness. That is your reality. Opportunity is not scarce. You are. Doors are everywhere, but you refuse to walk through them because they demand sacrifice. You don't lack chances, you lack courage. And until you admit that, you will remain where you are, watching others claim what you were too afraid to reach for. The mind is your greatest weapon, yet most wield it like a child holding a blade, carelessly, without training. Train your body, and it will obey. Train your mind, and it will conquer. But neglect your mind, and it will betray you in the moments you need it most. Self-control is not optional. It is survival. Without it, you are nothing more than a puppet to your impulses. Most people are slaves, not to others, but to themselves. Their cravings dictate their choices. Their distractions consume their time. Their emotions control their actions. Freedom begins the moment you chain your impulses, instead of being chained by them. Your thoughts control your life. If your mind is weak, your life will crumble. Sharpen it daily. Train it with discipline. Then when chaos comes, you won't shatter. You'll cut through it, effortlessly. Stop pretending. Stop waiting. Stop dreaming without moving. You keep asking for motivation, as if it's fuel that arrives before the work. Motivation is not the beginning. It is the result. Discipline comes first. Movement comes first. Pain comes first. Only after you bleed for something does motivation reward you. Until then, stop waiting for a feeling. Create the feeling through action. Discipline is silent violence. It is the decision to move when your body begs for rest. It is the refusal to stop when your mind pleads for comfort. And it is the weapon that separates those who dream from those who dominate. Master discipline, and you no longer need motivation. If you want power, you must rip yourself out of comfort. If you want respect, you must fight for it when no one is watching. Privacy is your proving ground. When the world isn't watching, who are you really? Do you work, or do you waste? Do you build, or do you scroll? If you're weak in the dark, you'll never be strong in the light. Your private actions decide your public victories. The applause you crave will never matter. Crowds cheer for moments, but silence is eternal. Build for the silence. Train for the silence. Win in the silence. Because when it's just you and the mirror, there is no audience, only the truth of what you've built. And if you want freedom, the freedom to control your life, your destiny, your path, you must first master yourself. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because the clock doesn't stop, and neither do the ones who are willing to go further than you ever dared. And the greatest prison is not society. It is your undisciplined mind. People speak of freedom as if it's given. It isn't. Freedom is purchased, with sacrifice, with discipline, with relentless struggle. You can't beg for it. You can't borrow it. You must earn it. And until you do, every choice you make will be dictated by chains you chose not to break. You cage yourself with fear, with doubt, with hesitation. Break the bars, burn the cage. Once you master yourself, no system, no circumstance, no person can ever trap you again. That is true freedom, earned, not given. So ask yourself this: will you keep hiding behind lies? Or will you finally wake up, face the truth, and claim the life that only the ruthless ever touch? In the end, there is no rescue. No savior is coming. You are both the architect of your downfall and the engineer of your rise. Everything you want, everything you fear, everything you avoid, it begins and ends with you. So stop searching outward. Look inward. That is where your victory lives, waiting for you to claim it. Remember this: nobody is obligated to believe in you. Nobody is required to support you. Stop waiting for validation, and stop needing approval. Walk alone if you must, because the path to greatness is always walked alone, before anyone else dares to follow. Solitude is not weakness, it is refinement. In isolation, there is no noise, no illusions, no lies. Only the raw truth of who you are and what you're willing to become. Those who cannot endure solitude will never endure greatness. And this is where most of you break. You crave company, validation, comfort, things that dull the blade of your resolve. You run from silence because in silence, your lies echo too loudly. But hear this, greatness demands solitude, not because you must always be alone, but because you must learn to stand without anyone holding you up. If you cannot carry your own weight in darkness, you will crumble the moment the light shines on you. Understand something simple. Life is indifferent. It doesn't owe you a stage, applause, or recognition. It doesn't even owe you survival. Every second is a transaction, what you give and what you take. Most of you give nothing of value, yet demand everything. That contradiction is why you remain weak, unnoticed, irrelevant, and you will stay that way unless you burn the weakness out of yourself, piece by piece. People cling to hope as if it will save them. Hope without action is a chain. It keeps you waiting, dreaming, stalling. Stop praying for hope. Replace it with certainty. Certainty forged in discipline and repeated action. Hope waits, certainty moves, and only movement reshapes the world. Ask yourself, how many more days will you waste pretending tomorrow will be different? How many more times will you fold under the weight of your own excuses? Time does not pause for your hesitation. Every second is either claimed by you or stolen forever. That is the reality you avoid facing, and the longer you avoid it, the more powerless you become. So here is the truth, stripped of illusion. You are alone. You are unprepared. You are weaker than you want to admit. But within that truth is the seed of power. Because once you accept it, you stop lying to yourself. And once you stop lying, you can finally start building something real, something unshakable. The world is merciless. It will not pity you. It will not wait for you. And it will not care whether you rise or collapse. So carve yourself into something it cannot ignore. Not with words, not with dreams, with results. Cold, undeniable, unarguable results. Until then, you are nothing but noise. And when you finally decide to change, when you finally decide to move without hesitation, then, only then, will the silence around you break, and the world will have no choice but to acknowledge you.
You were never weak. You were taught to act like you were. From the earliest days, the world wrapped its rules around you like a leash, tightening with every step. Keep your head down. Don't be too loud. Fit in. Stay small. Wait your turn. They didn't scream it at you. They whispered it in every corner of life. In schools. In screens. In the silence of conformity. They built invisible walls around your potential and sold it to you as normal. And you believed it. You clipped your own wings because you were told flying was dangerous. But here's the truth. The real threat is someone like you waking up. You think this world celebrates strength. No. It fears it. It's terrified of the unpredictable, the untamed, the unshackled. So they try to soften your edge. They call your drive too much. They shame your ambition, your fire, your focus. But those are not flaws. They are signals, alarms, signs that something monstrous and unstoppable is buried beneath your surface, waiting to explode. And that explosion is overdue. You've been playing by rules that were never made for you. Rules designed to keep you predictable, quiet, harmless. But you were never meant to be harmless. You were built for chaos, for struggle, for evolution. Look around. The ones who win are the ones who learn to embrace the fight, not avoid it. So stop searching for peace in a world that only respects power. You don't get peace until you earn it through war. They told you to stay in line, but lines are for the obedient. You were built to break ranks, to destroy the structure. You're not here to climb some ladder built by cowards. You're here to shatter it, and build your own throne from the rubble. So stop walking the safe road. The beast inside you wasn't born to tiptoe. It was born to charge. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they compromise. They dilute their hunger to make others comfortable. They hold back because they're afraid of looking too intense. But intensity is your edge. It's your signature. And anyone who can't handle it, good. Let them get burned. This isn't a world for the mild. It's a battleground for the relentless. Every second you hesitate, someone else takes what could have been yours. Every time you shrink back, play nice, stay quiet, you lose ground to someone with less talent but more will. And that's the truth most won't admit. It's not the best who win. It's the most relentless. The most brutal. The ones who don't need motivation. Because they are rage incarnate. You want to be remembered? Then stop trying to be liked. You felt it before. That heat in your chest. That tremble in your fists. That's not weakness. That's your power waking up. That's the monster pacing behind your ribs, sharpening its claws. You've been suppressing it, afraid of what might happen if you let it out. But here's the truth. If you don't let it out, it'll eat you alive from the inside. You were not made to break under pressure. You were made to become it. You are the tension, the force, the consequence. You are the storm that swallows excuses. And it's time you stop pretending you're anything less. This world doesn't need another nice face. It needs impact. And you're the impact in human form. You weren't made to ask for permission. You were made to take what's yours. That fire in your chest, the one you've been taught to bury, isn't there by accident. That's your weapon. That's your awakening. You want to change your life? Then you better be ready to break it first. Break the habits, break the silence, break the version of you that punishes greatness. You're still hoping someone will come save you. That someone, somewhere, will reach down and pull you out of the fire. But no one's coming. And that's your power. Because the moment you accept that, the moment you look around and realize it's all on you, that's when your monster wakes up. Not the weak version, not the wishful thinker, but the one that rises with no backup plan. Just fists, fire, and fury. Let them underestimate you. Let them sleep on your potential. You're the quiet storm they didn't see coming, and by the time they realize it, you'll already be standing over everything they thought you'd never reach. Not because you waited for the right moment, but because you became the moment. You didn't knock on the door, you kicked it in. They said you were too quiet. Then they said you were too loud, too fast, too focused. They couldn't make up their mind, because you were never meant to fit into theirs. You don't belong in their boxes. You were forged for something they'll never understand. Total domination, built on pure intention and sharpened by solitude. Stop pretending you're still one of them. You're not. You're different. You see the cracks in the system, you feel the rot in the routine, and deep down you know, you weren't meant to follow. You were meant to destroy the path and blaze something ruthless, raw, and real. Something that bears your name in blood and fire. You are not here to be understood. You are here to be felt, feared, remembered. They won't understand your obsession. Good. It's not for them. Your discipline, your isolation, your hunger. That's the language of monsters. And monsters don't explain. They execute. While they talk about dreams, you bleed for them. While they doubt you, you train in silence. And one day soon, their laughter will choke in their throats when they see what you've become. You will lose people. You will outgrow them. They'll call you arrogant, intense, cold. But that's the price of greatness. You stop belonging to comfort. You stop chasing approval. You stop begging for room in a world that was never built for you. And when that happens, when the last chain breaks, that's when you feel it. The shift, the awakening, the violent silence before impact. So dig deeper, push harder. Let the pain be the forge. Let the pressure turn you to iron. Let the doubts fuel your obsession. And when they try to tame you again, smile and make them regret ever trying. You think pain is your enemy? Pain is your compass, your test. Every scar, every failure, every sleepless night. It's your evolution happening in real time. Stop resenting the struggle. Welcome it. Smile in it. Because the ones who run from pain never find their edge. And the ones who embrace it, they become the blade. Fear will visit you. Doubt will whisper. But let them. Invite them. Then look them in the eyes and remind them, you're not afraid anymore. Because fear can only control the version of you that still needs comfort. And comfort? That's the enemy of kings. You don't grow in comfort. You grow by walking through the fire with your jaw clenched and your fists ready. You are not healing into softness. You are healing into something harder, sharper. You are becoming the version of yourself that doesn't beg, doesn't fold, and doesn't flinch. You are awakening, not into peace, but into power. A power that demands space, commands presence, and silences everything else. Your story isn't written in comfort. It's carved into your bones, through every brutal setback you survive. And if you're still breathing, still bleeding, still standing, then you've got more in you. Don't waste it playing small. Don't waste it trying to be balanced, while your soul's begging for war. Become unrecognizable. Become undeniable. Become unstoppable. The crown is not given. It's taken. Earned in blood, in fire, in rebellion. The monster they feared you'd become, that's exactly who you need to be. Because only that version of you, the unfiltered, unleashed, undeniable force, has the power to tear through limits and own this world without apology. Don't let your potential die in your mind. Too many take their power to the grave, trapped by hesitation, smothered by doubt. Not you. You will tear it out. You will weaponize it. Not just for you, but for everyone who ever looked at you like you were less. For every moment you were overlooked, underestimated, ignored. Let that fuel you. Let that ignite you. Because this isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. The monster isn't who you become. It's who you always were. You just forgot. You just got buried under years of pretending to be good enough. So here's your final command. Remember who the hell you are. And unleash it with no mercy. There is no savior. No lucky break. No magic trick. There's just you. And the war inside your own mind. You either step up, or you disappear. You either suffer now, or suffer forever. And if you're smart, if you're done playing small, then this is where the pretending ends. This is where the predator wakes up. You've got one shot at this life. One. And it was never meant to be lived caged. So break free. Burn your fallback plans. Become so fierce, so dialed in, so utterly transformed that even your shadow is afraid of what you're about to do. Because when you finally become that monster, they won't be able to ignore you. They'll be too busy trying to survive you. So stop stalling. Get up. Lock eyes with the enemy, even if the enemy is the mirror. And don't walk. Crush everything that stands in your way. You've heard enough. Now it's time to decide. Do you keep playing the role they handed you? Do you keep walking like a ghost through your own life? Silenced, subdued, scripted? Or do you finally wake the hell up and realize the truth? That nobody is coming. No one's going to crown you. No one's going to open the gates and say, here's your moment. You have to break the damn gates down yourself and take everything. This world doesn't care how kind you are. It doesn't care how pure your intentions are. It only respects power. It only listens to noise. And the ones who win are the ones who are loud enough, ruthless enough, relentless enough to drown everything else out. So if you're still waiting to be chosen, stop. You weren't born to be chosen. You were born to rise uninvited. There's no more time for pity, no room for doubt, no space for hesitation. Every second you spend second-guessing yourself, someone else is sharpening their blade. Someone else is out there grinding harder, bleeding more, pushing through, breaking limits while you scroll through excuses. That's the war you're in. A war of will. A war of monsters. And only the unbreakable survive it. So ask yourself, are you the predator or the prey? Because the ones who make history don't wait for comfort. They chase pain like it's oxygen. They don't run from pressure. They become it. And when the world says no, they don't negotiate. They tear reality in half and make room for themselves. That's what you were made for. You weren't built for moderation. You weren't designed for average. You weren't born to be another background character in someone else's story. Deep down, you've always known it. That cold fire behind your ribs. That tension in your gut. That voice that keeps whispering. This isn't all you are. That's your monster calling. And now? You answer. You take every scar, every failure, every insult, every quiet moment where they overlooked you, and you let it ignite you. You forge it into fire, into movement, into dominance. You don't speak anymore. You become the message. Break the silence. Break their rules. Break yourself. And rebuild something that scares them. Because legends don't ask for respect. They command it. From this point forward, no more small moves. No more small thoughts. No more small self. You walk like a weapon. You breathe like war. You train like your life depends on it, because it does. And when the time comes, you don't show mercy. You show results. This isn't just your rise. It's your revenge. It's your awakening. It's your transformation. Because if the world won't give you a place at the top, then burn the top down and build your own from ash and fury. The monster isn't something to fear anymore. It's who you are. It's who you've always been. So go ahead. Unleash it, or be forgotten.
Nice job today, Shadow. You did good, and you're definitely a natural. It's getting late. I'm going to train for a little bit longer, then head to bed. I wanted to ask, tomorrow morning, would you want to grab breakfast together? I usually eat alone. I don't know how you feel about eating alone. I could accompany you if you want. Really? You don't mind? Okay. I will see you in the morning. Good night, and shadows be with you. I see why you assigned me with greeting the new shadows, Sensei. You were trying to get me out of my shell. I understand now. Thank you. I hope that wherever you are, you're doing okay. Please come back to us. Hey, Shadow over here. Did you hear the news? Some of our shadows went out to check on Sensei's last known whereabouts. After search for 3 days straight, his body was never found. But a note was found instead. It said, "Walk in shadows, move in silence." That's something Sensei always says. Do you know what this means? He has to be alive. I guess shadows really do die twice, maybe even more than that. We'll talk about it over breakfast. Let's get something to eat.
So many dirty things you couldn't even believe.